You're watching News 9. I'm Shweta Kothari. Today, the nation woke up to the heartbreaking news of Shefali Jariwala, the iconic Kanta Laga girl, passing away this morning. The 42-year-old actor and model is believed to have died due to cardiac arrest, a sudden, shocking reminder of a silent crisis that affects thousands of women every year. And because here's the truth, heart attacks in women often don't look like heart attacks. Among men, there is no dramatic chest pain, no classic collapse. Instead, symptoms are often considered subtle, including maybe fatigue, indigestion, jaw or back pain, shortness of breath, anything that can be easily dismissed as stress or exhaustion. Now, that's why too often women ignore the signs or get misdiagnosed, sometimes with fatal consequences. So why is heart disease in women so misunderstood? And what exactly makes cardiac symptoms in women harder to detect? And what are the warning signs we simply cannot afford to ignore? To help us make sense of this, joining me on the show is Dr. Ayushi Agrawal, consultant cardiology, Apollo Hospital. Dr. Agrawal, thank you very much for taking time out. Going through research papers and a lot of news articles that have been published since the heartbreaking news of actor Shefali Jariwala passing away today makes us realize that heart attacks are in fact quite disproportionate among Indians as opposed to white people, Caucasian people, but more so among women.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Ayushi, and thank you for the question, ma'am. So, basically, in women's, it is considered after the menopause, they are increasing incidences of cardiac arrest,
What?
which have been seen nowadays. So, there are hormonal imbalances in females, and which can lead to all these causes. And of course, nowadays, previously, it was considered that male were more prone to cardiac diseases, but nowadays, even females are coming into those categories. So that's why, and probably because when you are reaching the menopausal stage, and this is adding up to the things, so this could be the cause of these things which are happening nowadays in females as well, ma'am.
Dr. Agrawal, I think that also begs the question on how can women be easily detected. For example, if a woman today in her 40 is experiencing, sudden fatigue, how is it that she can get either the right diagnosis for what's happening to her or get a doctor to check her entirely for all her cardiac related issues if she's experiencing symptoms which are more than just fatigue, because it's very difficult for a doctor to be convinced to check for cardiological symptoms when the symptoms are rather subtle and many a times fatigue related.
Yes, that is true. And in that case, if the female is feeling fatigueness, if there is a problem in even climbing two stairs and walking for some while, so that can be a symptom which shows fatigueness. In that case, they should be evaluated. In that way, ECG, echo, and CT angiography, and subsequently, if some changes come in them, we can go for stress echocardiography or stress TMT. We can go for that, and if there are changes even in then invasive angiography is indicated in that. So there are measures to find out early that whether you are in that risk factor or not. And nowadays, because these are happening a lot, why? Because of stress. So there are many things which are happening. See, previously the females were never smokers. So nowadays there are common females like you,
My
they
next
go for
question to
smoking
you
like.
is, my next question therefore stems from the fact, what exactly can women specifically do to ensure that there is prevention rather than cure and rather than detection? So, as you said, there are more women today perhaps who are smoking, and that could be the reason why they're also more likely and susceptible to cardiac issues. But in your assessment, what are some of the things that women can do to avoid early onset of cardiology problems?
Obesity is the major cause nowadays. So females and males, even the obesity should not be there in them. Secondly, the cholesterol levels should be in normal range. Routine investigation should be done frequently in which cholesterol levels, because they get deposited in the cardiac the heart arteries. So that should be evaluated. Smoking should not be done. Alcohol should be very limited if they really want. Blood pressures and diabetes should be controlled. If they are having family history like early death in family history, of their parents or their siblings, they should be evaluated thoroughly with routine medical checkups every 6 monthly or yearly basis, and routine exercises should be done in that case. So in that case we are preventing rather than we are curing.
Right, so we're preventing rather than curing, and to cure, you must ensure you take care of the health in the long run, and that's the message coming in there from a cardiologist. But I also have to ask you, ma'am, what are some of the problems that your parents had that you need to be careful of? So as you mentioned, some of this can run in your gene and can be passed down generation on generation. So what exactly should you be looking out for, as far as your parents' health is concerned, in order to monitor whether the same symptoms may occur with you as well?
So, ma'am, if the parents have had these symptoms, so you are also prone to have, like, diabetes is a genetical problem. So a patient with diabetes are 50, 60 times more prone to have cardiac diseases as compared to a non-diabetic person. So if you are having diabetes in family, so you should be evaluated for cardiac even, because you can also easily get diabetes. Then if you are having history of sudden cardiac death, so even a small stress can even affect you, है ना? There are causes of sudden cardiac death, like arrhythmias. If your family, if you have a very good family history of early cardiac death due to arrhythmias, you can have those arrhythmias also in your in further on things. Then there are cases like HOCM, which is called as hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. In these patients, if they run or they do physical activity, they can have sudden cardiac arrest. So these things should be evaluated in patients who have history of family that less than 40 years there was a sudden cardiac death, or their family history like less than 50 years they had angiographies or bypasses. They should be evaluated in that way.
And therefore, I have to ask you right now, many researches that have been conducted, because a slew of such cases, doctor, come to think of it, where people in their 40s and 30s are increasingly falling prey to heart attacks, very sudden, very random, walking in the park, going to the gym, and they fall flat, and some of them never wake up. Studies have also been now conducted how it's extremely disproportionate among Asian people as compared to, people in Western part of the world. What exactly makes us more susceptible, in your assessment, to heart-related diseases?
So, ma'am, basically, what is happening nowadays? These young generation, they are becoming more physically good. They want themselves to look good, so they are having those protein powders, which have creatinine in them. They have renal dysfunction. They also increase the blood pressure. They have steroids in them. Steroids have other complications in them. So when you are exercising a lot, when you are exercise, then secondly, the second question was when you are exercising a lot. So when we are exercising, a TMT of more than 10 minutes is not recommended. When you are exercising, there is increase in oxygen requirement in your body. When the heart is not able to reach with the oxygen requirement of the body, then what happens, there is clot formations. And once there are clot formations, they can dislodge in your heart, they can dislodge in your brain, which can cause heart attacks and strokes. And yes, in India it is happening nowadays. The proportion has increased as compared to Western. Previously the Western countries were having more of that. Why? Because the obesity is more prone in Western countries as compared to India. But nowadays, which is considered that more of stress, see the population and many factors, a country with a limited economy and a run
Dr.
for
Agrawal, that
everything,
there
lot
is
of
also a
stress factors.
genetic predisposition that Indians have to
Yes, yes,
heart-related diseases?
of course there is there. Of course there is there. Genetics are always involved in it. They were never denied.
All right, and before I let you go, I have to also ask you, what would be your suggestions, perhaps, to somebody who's out there thinking that they may likely be a heart patient going forward, or are predisposed to heart-related ailments? What would your suggestion be? Because a lot of people are looking at, Shefali Jariwala's death today and are wondering whether they could be next. If someone who has access to so many facilities, so well off in their life, can fall prey to a heart disease, then what about us? What would you tell those people who perhaps are scared today? What should they look out for? What symptoms should they look out for, especially young women in their 30s and 40s?
So, first of all, my answer would be do not panic. So whenever you are having chest symptoms, you are having any problem, go to a doctor and get evaluated by yourself, and then go for any conclusion. I have told already that the risk factors, which the most important risk factors of cardiac disease is smoking in youngs, diabetes, history of family illness, hypertension, or lot of stress. These are the five fingers of the predisposing factors. So we have to stop those predisposing factors. And if we think that we are having symptoms, we should instantly go to a cardiologist and ask for an opinion. There should be evaluation, proper evaluation, and then everything would be done. So important is not to panic, because panicky creates a problem. It increases blood pressure, and if you're not in problem, you can be in problem. That's all.
Right. All right, Dr. Ayushi Agrawal, consultant cardiologist, Apollo Hospital. Thank you very much, ma'am, for taking time out for joining us on the show today and for putting it out there as to what you should be worried of and what you should absolutely consult a doctor for when and if you are experiencing any minor symptom of sudden fatigue. Consult your cardiologist. It could be more and bigger than what you're hoping it to be. But there is also reactions now pouring in as far as Shefali Jariwala is concerned. Her friends, family, relatives are speaking to the media on her loss. Listen in to what they said.
नहीं भाव इस वक्त मौजूद है। भाव जिस तरीके से जो मौत हुई है, क्या देखते हैं किस तरह से रिश्ता था आपका?
मेरी बहन नहीं, वो मेरी बेटी थी। वो बहुत प्यार करता था उससे। और अभी क्या है, मोबाइल में नंबर तो है उसका, और बजेगा नहीं कभी है। वो साल में बहुत, यानी रक्षाबंधन, गणपति बहुत इंतज़ार करती थी। मैं उसका करता था, वो मेरी करती थी। बस अभी इंतज़ार करेंगे।
लेकिन क्या भाव आखिरी बार कब आपकी बात हुई? क्या वाकई में बीमार थी वो?
वैसे तो बात होती रहती है मेरी उससे, मगर ऐसा कुछ नहीं था। कल कुछ सत्यनारायण की पूजा भी थी, घर पे रखी थी उसने, पता नहीं अभी।
आपको कब पता चला था?
मैं कल, मेरा तबीयत ठीक नहीं था, इसके लिए मैं कल 11 बजे सो गया था, और मैं फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ करता हूँ जब मैं सोता हूँ तब। आज सुबह उठा तो इतने फ़ोन आए, ये सब आए, तब पता चला ये सब।
लेकिन भाव जिस तरीके से जो घटना घटी है, कई लोग कह रहे हैं कि कुछ फैमिली परेशान थे, मेंटली डिप्रेस भी थी।
नहीं यार, वो इतने कमज़ोर नहीं थी। वो नाम के लिए वो लड़की थी, बगैर पूरा परिवार संभालती थी एक इंसान की तरह, वैसी नहीं थी यार।
And up next, my colleague Shubham was outside her home to understand Shefali Jariwala's journey and the people who were pouring in through the day to pay their homage to the late actor. Listen in.
शेफाली जरीवाला का पार्थिव शरीर इस वक्त आप देखिए कि उनकी जो सोसाइटी है यहाँ से अब ये अंतिम संस्कार के लिए निकलते हुए दिखाई दे रही है। तमाम जो हिंदू रीति रिवाज के तमाम जो पहले शव के पहले वो प्रक्रिया की जाती हैं वो पूरी हो चुकी हैं। तमाम सोसाइटी के लोग इस वक्त यहाँ पर आप देखिए खड़े हैं और देखिए तस्वीरों में कि किस तरह से उनके पति मौजूद हैं, शेफाली के पिता भी मौजूद हैं और ये ओशीवारा शमशान घाट जो है उनके पार्थिव शरीर को ले जाया जाएगा, जहां पर उन्हें मुखाग्नि देकर जो है उनके इसे पंचतत्व में विलीन किया जाएगा। और जिस तरह से कुपर अस्पताल में कुछ देर पहले पोस्टमार्टम हुआ और उसके बाद अब तक जो जांच की ये है विषय बना हुआ है कि आखिर शेफाली जरीवाला की मौत आखिर कैसे हुई, क्योंकि पोस्टमार्टम में भी अभी तक ऐसे कुछ स्पष्ट नहीं हो पाए हैं। देखिए तस्वीर में तमाम जो उनके करीबी थे वो इस वक्त आपको तस्वीर में देखेंगे वो मौजूद हैं, तमाम जो परिजन हैं वो यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं और देखिए एम्बुलेंस जो है वो अंतिम संस्कार के लिए जो है वो मुंबई के ओशीवारा शमशान भूमि में की तरफ जाते हुए आपको दिखाई देगा। 42 साल की शेफाली जरीवाला के इसी आखिरी सफ़र के साथ सवाल ये भी है कि आखिर उनकी मौत कैसे हुई, क्या वाकई में कार्डियक अरेस्ट से हुई, क्या और भी कोई अन्य बातें थे। ये सारे जो विषय हैं ये जांच का फ़िलहाल विषय हैं। फ़िलहाल मुंबई पुलिस ने अलग अलग लोगों से इस वक्त पूछताछ की है और उनके बयान दर्ज की है। अब जिस तरीके से अंतिम संस्कार होने के बाद ये जांच और तेज़ हो जाएगी कि वाकई में पिछले कुछ घंटों में उनके साथ क्या हुआ था।
And 42-year-old Shefali Jariwala is no more. She's believed to have passed away due to cardiac arrest, a sudden and shocking reminder that it's a crisis that affects thousands of women every day, more so with women who often ignore it, for the symptoms are not classic. They are minor, they are subtle. It includes fatigue, indigestion, jaw pain, back pain, shortness of breath, and anything that can be easily dismissed as stress or exhaustion, and that continues to be a trend we are tracking here very, very closely.